Hello again, I am Blunty. I've just spent the last few hours digging around with this, which is Minecraft Earth. It is now launched. Well, launched in some places, like in 3 countries. There's Australia and a couple other ones. Argentina and somewhere else, I think. I don't know. There's a link to the Twitter thing down below from their official account where they're rolling out across the globe. It is also still in early access, and it shows. I installed it on both my iPhone 11 Pro Max and my Pixel 4 XL. It's slightly more stable on the iPhone. Within 10 minutes, I had to restart it 3 times on the Pixel, on Android. And I've had to restart it a couple of times over the last few hours on the iPhone. Usually, it just sort of gets stuck on a UI thing. I go to one of the sub pages, like a crafting page or a settings page, and I can't exit out of it. I just tap, tap, tap on the little X, and it just doesn't go anywhere. So I have to force it to shut down and restart again. Early access, otherwise known as broken, but don't whine because it's broken because it's early access. Early access, otherwise known as you be the unpaid beta testers. You know, a job that usually people get paid for to test software. You're going to get to do it for free. Not only for free, but there's already in-app purchases in there. So you could actually pay us to test our software for us. Capitalism. On the subject of microtransactions, let's go straight to it. It is a mobile game app. I'm citing more an app than game because there's not a lot of game in this app. I have to got to tell you, there's probably less game in this than there is in Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go didn't have a lot of game in it. I hit the first microtransactions before I even played any of the game portion because as I was setting up my character, I rapidly found out that all the cosmetic stuff you just pay Minecraft coins for. And if you've played Bedrock Edition on the consoles or on Windows 10 or Android or on the phones or Fire TV, I think they share the microtransaction mini currency that they put in there. You buy Minecraft coins, you spend Minecraft coins. You can never buy exactly the right amount of Minecraft coins because everything costs like 830 and then they sell them in chunks of 900. So then you got some left over. So then you went to go buy something else. You go, oh, I got 70 coins left over, but that costs 130. So I should buy another pack of, and you know how it works. It's the same bullshit. But that's fine. There are a few free options in the custom character creator, and the custom character creator works really quite well. And it also has been introduced into the Windows 10 version. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the console versions yet, but probably there as well. If not, coming quite soon. But now you can actually create a custom avatar. You don't necessarily have to buy a custom avatar off the marketplace anymore, although you can buy clothing parts for your own custom avatar. But you can change the hair color, the skin color, the texture, and the different eyes and the mouths, and different shirts and pants and shoes and stuff like that. It's wonderful. So the basic gameplay of this is, it's a bit like Pokemon Go in that it's a game that relies on you walking out through the world. So it is, of course, tracking a location. What they do with that tracked location data, who knows? So the gameplay works like this, and you've been watching a bit of it. I put it on the side of me, surely, as I'm editing this. You wander around throughout the world. You come across little chunks of either stone or grass and stuff, or animals in the wild and things like that, and or trees, and you tap on them and they go blunk up on the big screen, and you tap 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 like you're mining in Minecraft. Tap 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 and it goes bush, and you get a few resources with which you can build with later on. And then there's also little adventures, little kind of not quite dungeons, but little pockets of builds where a thing is. So it's either a skeleton or a spider or a zombie, or maybe it's just passive animals, but there's some sort of construction that you can sort of break down for various materials as well. And just like in real Minecraft, you have to have the right tool for the right job. So you need a pickaxe and a sword and all that kind of stuff. You know, if you played Minecraft, you know the kind of tools I'm talking about. And you've got different levels of tools and wood and stone and on through to diamond and all that kind of stuff. And there's a sort of in-game currency you pick up called rubies. We'll circle back to rubies in a second, but that's also where you start collecting these rarer stuff. There's also chests out in the wild. You come across a chest, and you open up chests, and you get possibly rare items and things like that out of it, which you can later use to build. And you can build in augmented reality. You've probably seen these in the trailers, I'm sure. And it doesn't work really that well. I didn't actually record any footage, I don't think of it, but yeah, I tried it briefly and it doesn't work fantastically. But you can buy different build plates, which is basically different starting points and different sizes. I didn't spend any microtransactions because, quite frankly, I'm not an idiot. And you can share your builds with your friends and people like that in AR. And oh, I should also mention the little adventure things. That's the AR portion as well. So, I mean, if you thought you looked dumb playing Pokemon Go, standing around going, This with your augmented reality trying to throw your Pokeballs. Just wait until you play Minecraft Earth in public, alone. You look like a complete lunatic. So I'm thinking if you are going to play this game, maybe go out with groups of friends. So when you're all doing the same thing, it seems less bizarre. People may not understand what you're doing, but at least it will seem less bizarre and you might feel a bit less self-conscious about it. If you do, in fact, give a crap what strangers think of you out in public, which is... All right, so I've touched on the fact that it has microtransactions in the cosmetics, which is fine. I'm okay with cosmetic transactions, particularly in free-to-play games, of course. And this is a free-to-play or free-to-start game. Let's use Nintendo's terminology. Because as I'm about to tell you, it's not really free-to-play, because if you play it completely free, you're going to feel extremely hamstrung very quickly. So, if you played Minecraft, and I assume if you're playing this, you probably played Minecraft. You know, you mine stuff, and you craft stuff, and you smelt stuff, and you create bigger stuff, and that's the way this chain goes. Well, in this, you've got your crafting table, and you've got your smelter off the bat there in a little sub-menu, but true to greasy, shitty, little, gross mobile phone type games, there's a timer on them that you can speed up by paying for it to speed up. How would you like to spend an hour and 20 minutes of your time to smelt 8 pieces of iron? Not even enough for a suit of armor. Actually, I don't think there's any armor in this game. I didn't run across any health at all. I don't know whether you can die or anything, but 8 pieces of, let's say, 2 pieces for your sword and 3 pieces for your pickaxe. That's 5 right there. Another pickaxe because you wear through them. 2 pickaxes and a sword. An hour and 20 minutes just to smelt enough iron for that. Pathetic. But you can pay to speed it up. You can use your little rubies, which you earn through playing the game extremely slowly. You would have to play for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just to earn enough rubies to speed up smelting a few pieces of iron. Same thing happens when you craft anything. It can take minutes and hours, literal hours, just to craft a stack of items that you might want to use to build something. And you've only got 1 slot to do that in. There are 2 other slots there, which I assume you can either unlock through leveling or paying for, but they're not actually active in the early access thing. You click on them, it says, oh, coming soon. But yeah, I guarantee you there'll be a way to unlock those for real money via the in-app currencies, I'm sure. So you can craft or smelt 3 things at a time for hours and hours and hours at end. It is most skin-crawlingest, greed-festering mobile phone gaming bullshit. The worst kind, the absolute worst kind of monetization scheme, scam even. This is why I hate mobile games. So many of them have this kind of bullshit in them that's just to prey on your patience. And when kids are playing this, kids have 0 patience. I know this as a YouTuber who makes videos that are, averaging 8 to 10 minutes long. I know for a fact no one has the attention span to sit through them before commenting. So of course, kids are going to want to spend real money to speed up their crafting so they can get to their building. But beyond all that, let's imagine that this is an early access testing phase and everyone playing is like, these microtransactions are too much, and they roll them back. They take us a few steps back. They do the Facebook thing. They go way too far. They go 8 steps too far. And then everyone freaks out and they go, we'll take 2 steps back. And everyone goes, hooray! They listened. But you're still worse off because they didn't take the full 8 steps back. They just took 2 steps. But let's imagine that they do roll those microtransactions back to a more less shitty. Not more better, less shitty. Still going to be shitty, but less shitty. There's not much game here. It's not fun. Like, I played Pokemon Go for about 3 months before I got bored witless of it because there's just not enough game there. I've played Pokemon for 20 odd years. I played Minecraft for 7 odd years. I'm a huge fan of both games. I love what both games represent and are and do. But this is a worse mobile adaptation than Pokemon Go was. At least Pokemon Go had sort of a chase to it. This is boring, and it got boring within 2 hours. I don't remember getting bored of Pokemon Go for at least a few days. And I was like, And then I went back to it, and I went, and I went back to it, and I went, I don't want to go back. I'm already bored of Minecraft Earth. And with baked-in microtransactions every single step of the way. If you want to make any progress at all, you gotta pay. That's all there is to it. And it just rubs me the wrong way. It makes my skin crawl the way it had done this. It was everything I was dreading when they announced Minecraft Earth and they showed it off on stage. You went, oh, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, that looks like it's kind of fun. Oh, it's a free-to-play mobile game. Yeah, that's, no. And it's worse than I imagined it would be. It really is worse than I imagined it would be. So, I don't know. Keep an eye out on their Twitter account to see when it sort of unrolls in your part of the world. Give it a go. Tell me what you think. Because it skeeves me the hell out. The only part that has arrived with this is the character creation stuff. And like I said, that's part of the Windows 10 version already anyway. But, you know, this is, I think, one of the reasons they developed that system in the first place is so people could have individual avatars so they could then sell those individual bits of custom clothing and stuff like that just for more microtransaction bullshit. But yeah, I'm immensely, hugely disappointed in what this is. I will be deleting it from my phone quite soon, I think. I'll give it a little while because it's in early access still. I'll leave it there for a little while and see what happens with the gameplay / microtransactions. But I'm not optimistic. I'm not optimistic. I would rather play like real Minecraft just on the phone, even with those atrocious touchscreen controls. Well, actually, why would you play it on the phone anymore? You play it on the Switch. If you want Minecraft Portable, get the Switch version. I did a whole survival series in that, live on stream. No. But this is no. Minecraft Earth. No. Spat everywhere. That was gross. I don't think the comedy was worth it on that one. Was it even funny? I don't think it was funny. It didn't pay off. I'm going to get a towel.